All right, welcome back. Now we're going to label the posterior view. Posterior view means the back view. All right, here we are. This is just pointing to the entire head. And so we talked about this entire head is known as the cephalic region. Again, the entire head, front and back. This is your neck, and again, your neck is your cervical region. And so as we move over here, this is actually pointing to a very specific area in the lower back of your head. And this is, we'll learn a lot of different muscles and parts of the skull and parts of the brain. So this is important. So this is known as the occipital region. It is where your eyesight, so if you've ever been hit hard in the back of your head, you felt like you've seen stars, probably have. So this is your back of your head, lower back of head. About right there is where the occipital region is. All right, this is, remember I told you that your shoulder would be labeled on the back, but it's also in the front. Your shoulder is known as the acromial region. And that is your shoulder. Even on the front, it would be your shoulder. All right, we got a lot of different things, pointing things, so it really doesn't matter which one we get labeled. So what you want to watch for is how I get. So this one, we're going to say this one's pointing to the entire back here. So this would be your dorsal region. You got the thoracic, which is in your front. So your entire back, because dorsal means back. So your dorsal region. This one we're going to say is pointing to that spinal cord column there, and this is your vertebral region, which is your spine area, dead center there. I do know they look like they're pointing to the same thing. That's why we have to use some of those special words there. So let's draw, this one's missing the line that I did add here. This is pointing to your shoulder blade itself. Your shoulder blade is your scapular region. And this is your shoulder blade. Alrighty. As we move to this side, do you remember what the upper arm was called? On the front, it was called the brachial region. On the back, it's also called the brachial region. So front, back, anterior, posterior, same on that. Get myself to move a little bit. So this is pointing to your lower arm here. This one right here is the one I'm doing. I know I've skipped those two, but right here, lower arm. So upper arm was brachial, lower arm is the antebrachial region. All right. So right here, your elbow on the front in that fold, that was the antecubital region. Unfortunately, over here, this is named after the bone that's making up this, and this is the olecranon or olecranon region. It's pronounced different ways. So ol and then cranal, and that is your elbow. All right. So here we're pointing at a couple of different things, and so here, if you think about chairs and things, they have extra cushioning right in this area to give you lumbar support. So this is your lumbar region. And then this is right here. This is part of your sacrum. You've got your tailbone here. So this is your sacral region here, a little bit lower there. And while we're here, this right here is pointing at your bottom, which is your gluteal region. And then this is pointing to your entire hand. Again, right here. I think I'll label it again on the other side, but this is known as your manual, your entire hand. Your entire foot was the pedal, and your entire hand is the manual. If you've ever driven a stick shift, it is a manual transmission. So that's your entire hand there. All right, so let me pause and move this thing. All right, here we are. This bone here is still your femur. So this, even the back of your leg is still known as the femoral region. And then we end up right here where we are making that crease. We know the patellar region is on the front, but in the back, this is called the popliteal. 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 So popliteal. That's how you say that. That little area right there. All right, moving on. The front, if you got kicked in the shin, it was going to be very cruel. This is known as the sural, S-U-R. So on the front is the C-R, on the back is the U. Let me scoot down a little bit more. And then this is just pointing to lower limbs, if your thing still has it on there. And then we've got, this is specifically pointing at the heel here. And the heel is the calcaneal, calcaneal, cal, C-A-N-E-A-L. Learn to spell them in small chunks there. Calcaneal region is your heel. And then this is the bottom of your foot. And if you've ever had, I've got plantar fasciitis, which is a tendon on the bottom of your foot that spasms, causing great pain. This is your plantar region. Sometimes people get plantar warts, meaning on the bottom of the foot. So this is bottom of the foot. All right, that's all your regions. See you on the next video.